Okay. We'll play with this music on for a little while. Hey Cardi, what's up? Ba-ba-ba. Just getting everything set up here. Is that too loud? Do a science. What do we want here? So I have no idea if this is going to be like a long running thing. I just wanted to do it because we had a lot of fun with the other one. Go with the little satellite one. And we're going to do 150 for science reward. So if you've never played, gotta move, there's a bunch of junk on my desk. Gotta move some stuff. Okay, if you've never played Kerbal before, this is a space simulator that tries its best to be as realistic as possible, but obviously isn't perfect. We're going to be playing with just the standard features. We're not going to turn on G-forces or anything. Let's see. The only thing we're going to turn on is indestructible facilities. And that's just if I crash into my own buildings, they don't like get destroyed. The ship does, not the building. Science. How you guys tonight? Cardi, Joe, both doing good? How's the volume on that? Hello. Oh, it sounds pretty good. Okay. Sorry, I'm paranoid after I watched, I am paranoid after the last stream. When I was rewatching it to cut for shorts, there was like just the worst static. And I don't know if it was just because I downloaded it. You know, I downloaded the YouTube version or something, but it was bad. So, in this version, we start out with some like really basic stuff. Just messed up some Chipotle. I didn't get Chipotle. Oh, I just worked, did some normal stuff. But yeah, so okay, we have to earn our pieces. So we'll start out here. These are like the basic things we get. We have to take soil samples. We have to hold on. Making sure my camera's in the right spot. Okay. We have to take soil samples, atmospheric data, all that stuff, and earn science points to then turn into more stuff. So some examples of things we don't have yet. Good parachutes. We don't have that. Big ass fuel tanks and fuel lines and stuff. We don't have that. Good batteries. We won't have good batteries till like right here. This is the first solar panels. These first couple come pretty fast, and then we gotta start making tough choices. So the first thing we're gonna do is just kind of make a really ghetto spacecraft, but really what it's gonna be is just Jeb hanging out. we have like nothing. And one thing we're really going to care about in this is making satellites. I've turned on the satellite network. So before we go to like the moon and stuff, we'll have to create a satellite network to be able to send back both science or to send probes up. Just turn the volume down a little bit on the music. I got really excited for a second there. I don't want to play Lego Fortnite. Leave me alone. Okay. And we're also going to have to make action groups. So action groups are groups of things that when you click a button, it will do multiple things at once. It's really aggressive in the... Why is it so aggressive sounding inside the... That's true, he made his own. So we'll make action group 1 all of our science stuff. And it'll be pretty easy. It's going to be a lot of like really, at the beginning, it'll be a lot of like really short flights, taking like basic atmospheric data and grabbing soil samples from, you know. So we'll go EVA here. Are we close enough to get a soil sample? Yes. This will give us 13 science. We need to do an EVA report. 3.5 science. Let's see. That's all we can do here. We'll board. And we'll click number 1. This does a crew. So this is our mystery goo. It's the lowest level science perk, or science like measuring thing. It's just like a non-Newtonian fluid inside of a thing, and it basically is a weird, hey, that's cool. What does it do? Whenever you use a science module to take some science, you'll see how much data it is. So in this it's MITs. I believe that's like megabits basically. How many points it is if you brought it back to base on yourself. How much it would be if you were to transmit it through the satellite network. So like if we had a satellite or if we had an antenna, we could beam it back if we had the battery power for 42% science. That's super good if you're on, like, if you send a probe out and you want to send back science from like super far away. Yes, you'll get less, but you're going to be able to reach places that you'd never be able to reach with a crewed vessel and be able to get back. You know, like solar orbit and stuff like that. Stuff that's like crazy far out. For the beginning of the game, at least. So we'll do that. We'll take a crew report. And we will return. I know, anticlimactic. So we got a total of 23.9 science. It rounded that to 23 science. We can come in here. Got our first little fuel tanks for 5 science. And we can get a thermometer. Communicatron, which is our first antenna. Then there's an alternate one and a decoupler. So one of the ways to progress at a good rate is to get things on this bottom row, because it's like the science path. The top path is going to be all of your like brute force engines and fuel tanks, stuff like that. And then in the middle is going to be all your like rover tech, your flight tech for like terrestrial flight and stuff like that. So I generally stick to down here, but we'll probably end up grabbing some of this stuff just so we can have like some strong engines and good, you know, like good wings and stuff. So we'll grab this just so we can get the, well, we can't afford it, but we want to get this next so we can get the barometer to give us more science. You don't. Technically, here, I'll show you. Technically, you would beat the game if you... So this is a solar simulator, so all of these planets are visitable except for Jewel. It is a gas giant, obviously, so it's the Jupiter-Saturn equivalent. It has a ton of moons. And so basically, none. We just started Redbeard. So like if you visit Jewel, it's not necessarily to visit the planet itself, it's to visit all the ridiculous moons it has. And then Elu is incredibly hard to get because it's on like a weird inclination. So I don't know, pretty much everything's pretty flat, but like Elu gets really weird out here. Personally, I have been to, and this was like 6 years ago or whatever, I have been to Duna and both of its moons. I have been to Eve. I have been to Moho and never returned. Ran out of fuel. I think I've been to Dress and orbited but not land. I have orbited Jewel and landed on a couple of moons, was not able to come back. So probably what we'll do is we'll just kind of play until we get bored. Tonight we're going to do about an hour and a half of this, and then we're going to switch over to Star Trucker and relax for a little while. So that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, I'm just doing Redbeard. You seem familiar with the game. I'm mainly just doing like a little bit of explanation in case we do make this like a longer series. That way, anybody who's new will have that to fall back on. Okay, let's get rid of this solid engine here. I don't like solid engines. We got a really basic liquid, right? Yep. This should get us high enough to be able to get a sample. Dude, I love this game too. I just haven't played it in forever. Okay, we're gonna get a thermometer. Do we unlock anything else? We don't really need an antenna. Or a decoupler. Okay, I think we're good. Let's add that thermometer to our action group. And it basically just tells us the temperature. It only works in places that have atmospheres, I believe. Because you can't really take the temperature of something that doesn't have an atmosphere. You can, but it's going to be like ridiculous. So, science! Okay. So like I said, the first couple flights are going to be a little anticlimactic, but we'll probably explode at some point. I think this thing is vectoring. It better. If not, this is going to be a really weird flight. Okay. Yeah, I usually get stuck on... I can't remember where, but it's not too terribly far. Okay, we're just going to go up for a second, and we're going to use all of our stuff. And we are going to... We're going to EVA here in a second, but I want to slow down first. So this thermometer works in the vacuum of space? I must be thinking of like the barometer or something. I knew one of the early ones doesn't. Let's see, I want to... Yeah, there we go. That'll slow us down. Once we get down to like, I want to say 20, we should be able to EVA. Not the safest thing for him, but it lets him do a report. Look how majestic he is. Okay, now we're going to warp to the ground. Hey, Dad, what do you want me to call you? You want me to be like that Arab man or what? Probably shouldn't just call you Arab. That would be weird. Redbeard flows pretty nice, so I'm going to use that one. Oh, this takes forever. So, the way the game is set up, Kerbal, which is the Earth equivalent, has a bunch of biomes. Shoreline, like grassland, this area over here, and then the mountains, and then like the poles. Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it. Like I said, we did one stream before this because Joe, my coolest viewer, challenged me to get to the moon and back after not playing for like 5 years, and we did. We got there. We got to the Mun, and we got to I can't think of the other one now. Minmus. Oh no, we're gonna fall over. And so, I don't know. I had a really good time, and so I was just like, screw it. Let's just play for a little while. But this is a good way to do it so that you can like work your way up. Okay, we got the barometer. We have 38 science. Probably gonna need wings. Thanks. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Also, I think that was my most viewed stream so far, which was pretty cool. Okay, we'll get... Oh, we have enough for this. Well, the nice thing is, I was just playing in creative mode, so I had access to, like, you know, nuclear radioactive generators, so I didn't have to worry about solar and stuff like that. It definitely makes it easier. So what we just picked up drogue and regular parachutes. The service bay is going to be good. What we'll do with it is it'll let us have all of the scientific equipment encapsulated in one area and taking up less room outside. We got a radiator. We won't really need that for right now. But we do got heat shields, barometer, landing things. We picked up side couplers, which is always really good. Nose cone, that's okay, and small wings, slightly larger fuel tank, thumper, and that is. Hold on, what's the one we just got? Swivel. Swivel has vectoring, which is really important because we don't have SAS right now. SAS lets you rotate your like rocket using physics. So basically, it uses rotational inertia, and it spins a thing really fast. And the way it, depending on how you spin it, you can control the orientation of your rocket. But we don't have that right now, and so this rocket has a 3% vectoring, so it can change up to a 3% at a time, but only when running. This one's more powerful, but doesn't have vectoring on it. So we'll probably, if we use it, it'll be in conjunction with the other one. So let's go in here. We'll make some modifications. Probably don't need to do much because I think all we're going to do is try to get to the shoreline and do the same thing we just did. Boo-boo. This is the thing I was complaining about. Anytime you play with science involved, it takes extra room. Okay. And I am, by the way, I'm trying to sound professional and try to explain things, but I am mainly just talking out of my ass. So if you know something better than I do, just shout out. We don't need a heat shield yet. And we'll throw the barometer on our action group. And see, this just keeps it all encapsulated. Yeah. Well, so, okay. One of the considerations that we have to care about is there's aerodynamic overlay. So aerodynamics is how wind force will affect you. So when we're going straight up, wind will hit us here and then kind of bounce off, but it's going to do it evenly. And so our center of aerodynamic mass is right in the middle. That's what we want. Otherwise, it would push us in one direction. So like if I had a bunch of junk sticking off this side, it might push it this way, and we might drag towards this side. The center of thrust is the same. It's where all your thrust is coming from. You don't want it off to one side. You want it to come out right the middle. It's slightly different with airplanes, right? Because they're trying to go horizontally, mainly instead of straight up. And the center of mass is real important. If it gets too heavy on the top or the bottom, it becomes hard to steer. And if it gets offset on either direction, it's going to be incredibly hard to steer, and we'll want to fall in a certain direction. This becomes a real problem when you're trying to make like landers and stuff, like vehicles to take up to, or rovers, I should say, up to like Mars, or the moon. I think that's all we needed though right now. Eventually we're gonna get so heavy we're gonna need a second parachute. Okay. We're gonna go just straight up but over a little bit to try to catch this shoreline, which is technically a different biome. What's nice is a rocket this small is super maneuverable. Okay. I'm gonna check crew report. Oh, that must have counted as shores. Hold on. Well, then what we'll do is we'll just grab all the science from the stuff we haven't done yet, and we'll keep going. We'll do the ocean next. There's DLC? I don't know. Dude, I literally, like I said, I used to play this back when it was in like beta and stuff. I've had it for a long time. I don't think my parachute's gonna deploy. I'm going too fast. Whoopsies. First death. What's the DLC? Is it the asteroids? If it's the asteroids, then yes, I do have it. Take two. I would assume I do. Well, hold on. I'm gonna check. But I want to complete this flight. Mysteries are base game. Okay. Okay, over Kerbal's water. That's what we want. And we'll go ahead and do this. We'll land and get a water sample. And then we'll take a second. I want to see. I didn't know there were DLCs, man. They're like official DLCs? Oh, don't warp when you hit the water. Sometimes it can freak out. Well, you can go like ×2, but I wouldn't go any higher than that. Splash. EVA report. Surface sample of water. Well, shoot, man. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna... These two? Yes, I do have them. I just didn't know I had them. Science. Okay. Got a bunch of science here. So we got a couple options. We can basically there's like 3 good ways to go here. We can continue down the science, like the pure science bottom row, and try to get to like basic solar panels, which would allow us to do satellites and set up a satellite network. That won't get us science, but it will allow us to do a lot more in outer space. We can go this middle track and create like basically hybrid plane rockets and use that to gather information on the different biomes of Kerbal, which can be very lucrative for science. Or we can go this top route and just try to brute force our way into the galaxy. You know, do basically with I'd say probably about here we can get to the moon and back. It won't be pretty, but we can do it. They are. The only thing I don't like is there's something in my brain that hates whenever you like spend the time, put like 4 satellites in like, you know, a pretty good orbit, and you end up like making their antennas obsolete super fast. That always gets me a little bit sad. Let's see. Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, this is the stuff from the... This is the stuff you can take up to like the moon. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the stuff, I remember this now. You can like take it up to the moon and deploy it all and basically make a little tiny moon base to get kind of like, is it passive science? Or something like that? This has the best one, the cupola. Let's go with Science Junior. That doesn't give me a battery, which is all we really need a battery right now. So what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll save up to get this one, and then we'll go this way. And if we do this, okay. We don't have very good antennas. Where are the antennas at? Oh, are they all the way over here? No. Well, that's the good one right there. Okay. So, yeah, we'll pick up the batteries. That'll give us a round battery. And solar panels so that we can do satellites. And we'll also try to pick up these ones up here. Yeah. This thing. So something I was never able to get working was a good space station. Honey ham radio. What up, Andrew? Glad to see you, man. How's your night going? Your kids asleep and all? Let's see. By the way, Andrew is like a real life friend. So if I make fun of him, I have cause. Let's start getting fancy. Okay. Totally unnecessary. Which one in vectoring? This one. You have the most emergency runs to giant stores I've ever heard of. Then again, your kids are younger than mine. Let's see. So let's see if we can't. So I don't know if you can see this. These two are like in the middle, but the aerodynamics is shifted slightly. So like, as you can see, we're doing a weird like Star Trek style pattern, which is what I think of anytime I see like the tri shape. Need dog food. Okay. Well, I can support dog food. Dogs are awesome. Did we unlock any new science? We did, but just the science junior. So this storage unit, I believe, is really good if you have like, this is for if you're going to do a ton of science with one vessel and have the ability to reset the science, because some of it can only be used once. We are not. We are not building a space station yet. We just started. What we are doing is getting all the basic science needed to get like a satellite network going. This is like the campaign mode where you have to kind of build up from the beginning. Okay. So this won't take us anywhere or it won't go very far, but damn it, it'll get there fast. So we went to the water last time. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick. Very boring. Bunch of science for doing nothing. We got new parts, and they hadn't been used in that biome yet. And so, free science, basically. Okay. Andrew, have you ever played Kerbal? Or Kerbal? Okay. I always had a lot of fun with it. Dave and I used to play it a lot. Dave is another IRL friend. He's disappeared into the ether, though. Yeah, I think you probably played when it was just creative. They added a money campaign, but let's face it, no one cares about money. This is all about science. Also, small bombs. Are they gonna explode? Come on, explode. That's so good. Yeah, so we didn't go very far, like I said, but we got there really fast. Oh, this game is so fun. It's got the stupidest sound effects. We're traveling very fast right now. EVA unavailable. Come on, land. Land, you bastard. Oh, I was going ×4 warp. Whoopsies. Whoopsie doodle. Dude, it's so hard. I tried to do it once. EVA report. think I lost my science from the science junior. We might need to add some legs to our lander. Nothing special, just a few little things to keep us from losing the bottom half of our ship. That'll work. They don't support much, but they'll support something. And I want you to start retracted because it makes no sense for you to start out. We are going to increase our range. We're going to increase our range substantially. We don't have struts yet, so this could fail just spectacularly. It's so happy. Let's see. Is there anything we can do? We can add some winglets. Might help a little bit. And then I want to be, because I believe in science and not explosions, we're going to put parachutes on everything we eject. So when we eject these things, dude, KSP2 is such a letdown. Can't believe they killed it. So anyway, we're gonna when we lose these thrusters, they'll automatically deploy a parachute. Yes. I think of it like a Star Trek kind of construction. You've got like the, you know, undercarriage, and then you've got the nacelles up here. Okay. Jeb, Godspeed. I love the little picture of him down here. Oh, we're wibbling. We're wibble wobbing. But we're not falling down. Okay, so I want to go. Hold on, sorry. Go this way. Shoot. Shoot. I'm gonna go. There we go. Now we got some steering power. Going the wrong way. The window icon is covering. You covered the hero? He's the only reason why this mission could possibly work. And you've covered him. We're not gonna have enough fuel. I miscalculated. I wanted to go to the desert. But this will work. We'll just go to whatever part of the atmosphere this is. Crew report. Upper atmosphere. That's good. Pretty dope. Yeah, give me a second. We'll do this. We'll hit number 1. Atmospheric. Okay, so material study, 37 science. Awesome. Temperature scan, 12. Pressure scan. So we're still in atmosphere. And then mystery goose 15. So we're going to get a buttload when we get back. And we're just going to try to gracefully fall here. I don't have any fuel. So we're just going to kind of like hope for the best. We also don't have any heat shields because I didn't expect to go this high up. I believe we actually hit orbit. Not like sustainable orbit, but like orbit level. Okay. We're not going to blow these off until the very last minute. I do remember the Challenger. Hopefully all of our tiles are intact. That's what got them, right? A faulty fireproof tile. That's messed up, though. Hell of a way to die. And for the science of it, we're going to spin. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. See? Look at that. We're fine. Just a little bit of turbulence. And our drogues can work now, so. Oh, Columbia. What happened to Challenger? What's up, Beer? Haven't seen you in a little bit. We're Kerbaling. A lot of these people are new. They don't know how cool I am yet. Don't ruin this for me, okay? Oh shit. Those things are not slowing down as well as they should. The parachute's deployed. Yes. Hey, Jeb is max courage, minimum intelligence. He's the perfect astronaut, okay? Oh. No, I appreciate it, Beer. John, that's such a good comment, though. Like, can you imagine? Can you, like, just knowing how Kerbals act, their attrition rate has to be just atrocious. Like, their academy, before Jeb is immortal, if you didn't know. So is Bill and Herman, I believe his name is. He's the one I don't use. And then they added a female one. I don't know. John? Okay. Oh, John's comment. Okay. Yeah, but they're like, those four are like functionally immortal. So if they die, you can recruit them again. Unless you're me and you accidentally leave Jeb without realizing it on the Mun for like 50 years and he just can't ever get home. So you try to launch a rescue mission and you barely get him home after taking, I want to say I had to do it over like two weeks of playing, because I had to like build a rover that got there. It had to be on a returnable lander and all that stuff, because he crashed on the moon. Oh, we got 160 science. Nice. Okay. 90, 45. So now we have round batteries, solar panels, and lights. Lights are kind of a big deal. I don't think he did, man. There is like a reference to Wilson in this, though. I want to say there's one on the Mun. He just like is there. Okay, general rocketry. Where are studs? Yeah, we're gonna need struts. Okay, we won't need much to be able to get this one. see. We don't have any new science. I'd like to replace our battery. Take this little guy out. So that one just fits way better. And then you can put the little goo guy on top of him. Like that. So that way the parts that no one sees are very organized. And then, God forbid, we need this, but I'll put a single solar panel on there. We didn't need heat shielding, but we should have. Okay, what do we got? Shrouds? Shroud on an engine, okay. Dude, these things started to wobble so bad when I was near top of atmosphere. Oh, no, I want you to stop that. There we go. Yeah, with these short guys, I didn't need. I just realized I needed to add more fuel. If we're actually going to go anywhere on Kerbal, we're going to need quite a bit of fuel. Oh, shit. Okay. Dude, it is kind of a death machine. As you can see, I've elected to have the winglets stick far off. That way, if they run into someone, that person's no longer going to be there. Part of the plan. Part of the plan. Okay. Everything's on the right stage for once. I think we're good. Beer, man, you're not living up to your name if you're not drunk yet. You and Joe should go smoke something and come back. Okay. So we are... If this is north, if I want to go to the Arctic, I just point straight north and hope for the best. That might be a fun one for this one. Well, we don't have SAS, so I gotta be really careful. An SAS module might be good. God damn it, Rick and Bobby. So good. You like the tiny crepes? You like the tiny pancakes? The thin pancakes? Yeah. I love crepes. Yeah, I could. Usually what I do is I just... Whoops. Hold on. Hold on. I'll recover. I'll recover. I'm gonna recover, I swear. We're almost in space. Generally what I do if I actually want to get to orbit, when right about here, I'll point straight right. Like they do in the real life of Zach and Cody. Okay, come on. There we go. I don't know where this is going to take us. Let's find out. What's it pointing to? No, we're good. I've decided we will go to the mountains. I have no control over this rocket. Oh, it's on its side or something. That's why I can't control it. Great. Let's just, we're gonna revert that one. No one saw any of that. You want me, we'll try it. Let's see what we can do. We might need SAS to be able to get to orbit. I don't know. I'm not very good. I'd like to get those mountain readings. Can we get there? Hey, that went perfect. Okay? No one has ever in the history of Kerbal been more perfect at what I was just trying to do, because I didn't even know what I was trying to do until I did it. We're losing control. Like, I don't understand. We didn't have any. It must just be these extra tanks I added. Hmm. Weird. I'll have to redo our aerodynamics a little bit when we get back in the shop. You guys are ridiculous. Oh, this counts as grassland. Let's do this. Okay. That John, that statement is the most true thing I've ever read on the internet. Look, I'm just a kid. I stole my dad's account. I don't even want to be here. I'm just trying to learn physics. This counts as doing homework. Jeez. And look how suggestive this looks. Put out my little thingies. I think, and hear me out, this might be wrong. Maybe we should get rid of the solid rocket boosters and just try to use liquid. I'm not saying that the solid rocket boosters are the problem, because obviously they're not the whole problem, but they're probably part of the problem. I'm gonna check and see how much science we need for SAS. Even just like a really basic one. We got a little bit from that one. 57. There it is right there. Oh, we can afford it. Good. And better wings. That should help quite a bit. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. This little guy up here, he's so cute. Even though he's a giant ball bearing running around a circuit at hundreds of miles an hour. So, drop these shitty winglets. Those are good because I believe they're steerable. Yeah. They can deflect. I want to know who came up with the music for this game. Yeah, I know. No, my goal right now is to get some of the weirder terrestrial stuff, like the Arctic, the desert, the mountains, stuff like that. And I'm just not having any luck being able to steer. I didn't actually get rid of the... I have messed up. I didn't get rid of the thing. Let's see. Oh, I can actually steer it now. Look at that. It is wobbly as all get out. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Oh yeah, I mean it's not great. Usually, last time I ended up just turning the sound off or turning the music off and playing stuff from like Lightyear Frontier and Kenshi and stuff. It's kind of amazing how a little bit of SAS helps. Okay, our goal is to creep along until we hit the mountains. Which should be relatively easy. That is accurate. So we don't need to land on the mountains exactly, but it is like its own biome. So we'll get a whole suite of science off of it, including being able to do like an EVA and soil sample. Dude, they are legit not floating or not exploding. The little they're doing like their own little parachute thing so that we don't waste the product. Okay. Yeah, with the SAS, we were able to get over here super easy. The comparison's kind of night and day. Okay. I'm gonna try to do a landing one first. That's the hardest one to get. Then there's like one for flying over it and all that stuff, but the one you want really is the landing environment. I'm gonna get past this little peak here. Okay, we should land in this little nook. Oh dear. Is that the game where you're a hunter, but you're also those didn't land so well. Yeah, no, it's probably we gotta increase the altitude on this. I forgot that this counts. It counts like distance to ground, and so technically these are above ground level. Yeah, the flywheel is small, but the nice thing about it is it gives you some sort of control, and the winglets are really good in atmosphere because of the fact that they're steerable. This is going to be shaky. Hopefully my little legs help. Most? Not perfect? Oh, we were going at speed. Damn it. That's my own fuck up. Like, that could have gone way better. Whoops. It just keeps exploding. Physics warp, yep. Dude, the fucking physics warps, I always forget about it, and it always ends up screwing me over. Eh, we can do it again. We just can't push it too hard on this. They were cool. I'll agree with that. Those were some rad explosions. Beer, you might have to go see a therapist. John, I don't care, man. You're fine. If you are a middle schooler, you know more about video games than I do, If you really aren't a middle schooler, it's weird that you claim to be one, but I'm not gonna judge you. Let's see. Is this inclination? We got a little off course. Need to. Nope, other way. Shoot. Back to 315. 315. 315. Okay, cut the damn rockets. What is going on? No. Point your ass. What is wrong? You know what? Okay, we have a little bit left. Enough to crawl. What the hell is wrong with our, I'm not warping. Let's see if it can stick to retrograde. Yeah, it's like my Kerbals are drunk or something. We might be close enough. I don't know. Grasslands. Yeah, it's all. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you're like a physicist, or somebody who plays this game way too much, it's super hard to do the like Mars and Venus and stuff. Okay. We've already got this science, but we can land and get a little. I don't think the parachutes I'm using are big enough. If it's the game I'm thinking of, I don't care. That's fine. I'll look into it, Beer. I think it's the game. Is it the game where you play as a deer and you have to run away from hunters? Oh, we got a nice suite of science. Not a huge amount, but yeah. See, John, you've gotten about the same as me. I have landed on those on Venus, whatever it's called, and Mars, and I believe I was able to come back from Mars, but it's been years. So I'm sorry, babe. That's fine. Okay. 42.9. We need 45. Damn it. Eve, thank you. Dude, I landed on Eve with a really cool, like, rocket. Like a cupola with, like, a bunch of stuff on it, like a science suite and everything. And I was like, I've got to have enough fuel to get off. I got, like... Dude, I don't know. I got, like, a third the way and ran out because the atmosphere is so ridiculous. Let's go. In the words of the late great Red Foo, let's get ridiculous. Yeah, you can. It's not exactly Mars, but it's a pretty good analog. It's got the 2 moons and everything. Those are hard to land on because they have no gravity. We seem to have a little bit of a problem hitting too hard. Whenever we come in, I might add another parachute. Let's see. How are they? Ah, down here. Okay. I want them to be by. It's a lot of parachutes, but we don't want to lose this module. If we lose it, we lose a lot of our ability to do science. They're talking about a deer game, Andrew. I don't know. You'll have to vet it for me. Andrew's my manager. I'm a big time YouTuber. Let's see. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off and we're gonna go straight north. And our goal is here. Will it work? Probably not. Just pointing a little bit. It doesn't have a shrouded model. I think only the liquid ones do. Andrew's just a little guy. We both have small children, and life is hard. Extra? What do you mean by extra science? Like a different biome or something? Oh, they do? Hmm. Oh, well, those are the ones that are really small. As soon as I cut the engines, we're going to start going back down because of atmosphere. But I want to see if we can overshoot it quite a bit. With a little bit of fuel left. Okay. Hopefully, so what I want to happen, we'll go up here, way outside of atmosphere, right? And when we hit about here, or I'd say about here, we'll hit atmosphere and we'll almost go straight line. Gotcha. Okay. We might try to do that. It's a little... I'm not so great at the fine motor controls when it comes to this game. Look, John, I know you've got an encyclopedic knowledge of all the solid rocket boosters. I don't. From what I remembered, the large SRBs don't usually have shrouds because they're just kind of like a fucking firework that attaches to your ship. But you're probably right because they probably added stuff since I played. Pretty peaceful. We could technically get like, I think, orbit data from right here. No, but there are mods for that, Andy. Or Andrew, sorry. Andy. That's such a silly name. Glad we put that heat shield on the bottom of our thing. Okay, we are out of fuel. It's gonna be close. I don't know, man. There's a lot of parts that are in the game that I don't remember being in the game. Like, we were just talking about how they did DLCs that I just totally didn't realize they ever did. But I have, somehow. Did we overshoot it, really? Oh, we haven't really hit atmosphere yet. As much face as I can. Try to slow us down. Oh, we lost a bunch of shit. What did we lose? Man, for some reason it really doesn't want to go retrograde. Nah. This was a loss. Okay, let's just try it again. Same menu, or same stuff. Oh, gotcha. We'll do pretty much the exact same thing, but we won't overshoot it as much because I don't think we need to. Everything else worked fine. We just we ended up burning too much fuel. We didn't have the ability to slow down. So I'm not gonna go as far off of true, like, straight up this time on these first ones. On the second ones is when I'll point down. Oh, if the final update was 2 years ago, then yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I don't know about then. Try that. Yeah, when I re-downloaded it, it was like, we don't have any library data, it's expired, and I'm like, what? And I guess it had previously attempted to, like, save my games, but it had been too long. Also, I think the last time I played, I had a bunch of mods. What did we lose? Hold on. Why are we doing this? I just want... There we go. Hit it. Another thing we could try is to do similar to what we did last time. Hold on. But not try to go as far outside of atmosphere. So this is kind of more like what I wanted to do last time. It looks like we're already falling short of it. Damn. Do you know what if you send me some good ones? and I'll look into it. And I would appreciate it if you're gonna suggest, if any of you suggest mods or anything, try to stick to ones that I can get relatively easily. The last thing I want is to go hunting. Oof. No, we're poor here. We live in that poor lifestyle. We should be okay as long as we can take the heat on re-entry. This time I'm just going to go straight retrograde, let my heat shield do its job, and we can probably go ahead and dump the engines. Con. I haven't used that site. I usually use Nexus and Workshop. Workshop's nice because it is stable. I've used Curse before. Okay. I'll look into it. We might lose our little leggies. If it looks like we'll explode, I'll go ahead and take the science, but looking okay so far. Like a bat out of hell, but it's working. Cool kids roll. Takes the heat off your parts sometimes. I'm not kidding. It really does. It's stupid, but it works. Okay, looking good. Okay, we should launch our drogue here in a minute. I don't want to lose full speed yet. We're just going to let it fall. Honestly, that worked out pretty much flawlessly. Dude, we got like the whole red spectrum. We got yellow, orange, and red. We should be able to land and take a surface sample. It should be worth quite a bit. Yeah, I can't see shit. I feel like these parachutes wouldn't do much because this one will be blocking air intake for this one, but I'm also not a parachute expert. So maybe I'm wrong. What'd you make? You can't, why not? You can have spaghetti sauce. Mine is pretty much no added sugar.
I have no.
Okay. Yeah, you can use any of my canned tomato sauce because I don't add any sugar to it. Okay. You want me to put a jar of it in the fridge for you? Okay. Sorry, the wife is on a low carb diet, and she's currently. I mean, you did cover your meatballs in. God. Warp.
I love you. Queso meatballs. I can get it to work.
Yeah, hold on.
How do you do it?
She wants to show everyone her queso meatballs. Queso meatballs. So I didn't turn off warp because I was distracted. Take 3. That was perfect. Well, I mean, they give you revert to launch for a reason, right? Holy shit. That was a lot of dust. I mean, we know we can do it this time. It should be fine. I'll do the exact same shit I did last time and hope for the same results. I don't really, when you're in the atmosphere, I don't really save. I only save before, like, trying to land on the moon and stuff. I know. I don't normally think about it with stuff like this. No, you have to manually quick save. Whoa. Yeah. So probably what we'll do is just to be on everyone's safe side, when we get near landing, I'll F5. Oh, I'm just playing on custom. The only thing we've changed from standard normal difficulty is we made it 150% science, simply to reduce the amount of, you know, like, minutia we'd have, because I don't want to have to, like, go to every single biome like 3 times. I just want to go once or twice, maybe like 1 flyover and then 1 land. And if you do like 100% science, it really doesn't like that. Okay, hold it there. Okay, don't want to get too high up. I just find that tedious tasty. But it sounds like you know quite a bit of like where you can go to get all your stuff. That's that's one of the only things we changed, was that we made our facilities indestructible. Because I had a bad time one time. I think I blew up like my launch pad or something, and it made every single launch after that way harder. And it was just annoying. So, quick saved, done. Okay, we'll track it from up here. We got a nice amount of leeway. Andrew, how do you know? You said you played the game for like an hour or 2. You're just trying to make me look bad here. Also, I can't believe you don't want to come over on Saturday and do taxes. Kind of hurt my feelings. Oh, I gotcha. Makes sense. Science. Well, that's kind of cool. Ooh, floaty floats. 100% of the time, it's sciences every time. John, this game is not fun if you get it right the first time. If I was good at this game, it wouldn't be worth watching. Unless I was really good. Like if I knew how to like calculate delta V and all that shit, then it would be different. I'm not Scott Manley. I watched him do I don't know if you guys know who that is. He was big at the time when I played this game the first time. That dude can do a landing on the Mun on any biome from the cockpit, which is just nuts to me. Does that just make it harder to get out? I guess it would make some things harder, but like obviously getting out of the atmosphere would be harder, but like I wonder, that might actually help some things like the moon. That's so stupid. Dude, it was I watched him do it in the cupola. The cupola has the best view. It's also my favorite cockpit, but he did one to orbit Mars. And it was a ridiculous thing to watch because he was doing all the math on like paper while he was going and doing all this stuff, and I'm just like, geez. And he didn't have any mods installed or anything. And it's just like the dude is so much better. I got my landing gear. We should be fine. We're going like 4. So, oh, I was gonna stop it a little later because we're still like 900 up. We can do that. It's gonna be a slow, tasty. I swear. Why are you yelling at me? This is supposed to be a relaxing endeavor of science. Okay? Jeez. I can tell you're down with the sickness. Okay. Can I just do sticky key warp? Oh, yeah. It's the same Kerbal, Tasty. Jeb can't die. It's canonical. Whoa. Where's the waves on... What? Sorry, I'm not used to this interface at all. Yeah, we're not doing anything super good, so we don't have any normal Kerbins yet. Just... Or normal Kerbals, we just have Jeb. Also, I feel bad if I kill any of the other ones. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. The suspense. Oh, click the waves. Oh. Oh, so we would have crashed. That's nice to know, thanks. I wanted to be like kilometers. He's there like Pope. Sure. If we get there, I'll throw him into the endless hole. Okay, if this fucks up, it's not my fault. I just want to point that out. Okay. EVA 3.6. 15.5. Yeah, I know. One time, we downloaded mods for this game to give us boats. Boats do not work well in this game. It was hilarious. Okay. I don't really want to make a plane. Fireworks canister? What? Why do I need a fireworks canister? You know, technically we were going to switch over to Star Trucker, but I'm kind of having fun. Okay. What size is this one? Slightly bigger. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Could go for full orbit. What's the difference on these? 1/3 the weight. Like no thrust. I kind of want a fireworks canister. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll keep these ones for right now. We'll go for orbit. Might need a tad bit more fuel on these ones. I only want to add the rockets if I have to. I'm not a huge fan of... Oh, that's not right. Hold on. What is wrong with these? There we go. I'm not a huge fan of just slapping on extra solid rocket boosters. What we are going to do is we're going to do something a little weird. We're going to do this. And... just a little guy. Just a little guy. We're going to put them on the same stage, just so we get a little extra boost at the start. Okay. Yeah. Forgot I need to do this. Because I need to kick them off first. The little guys. Hey. Hey. I'm allowed to be a hypocrite, okay? For the lulz. Why are you so mean to me, John? All I've ever been is nice to you. Come on, stop freaking out. SAS. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but it's doing it and I hate it. Sorry, Going over here. Expand this guy. No, I understand. I'm just giving you guys a hard time because you're giving me a hard time. It's teamwork. Sometimes it makes the dream work. The rocket heels, the reason why I added those is because we added the extra weight from the extra liquid fuel at the top of the ship. So I wanted to have just a little bit of extra, and it seems to have worked. It's going to be close, but we should hit orbit. Or at least real close. Technically, we could get readings for space right now, which might be let's do that actually. Since this worked out so well, we can just do it again. Let's double check. Yep. Interesting. Never mind. We've already gotten this one, I guess. Boom. Okay, let's retake our crew report. There we go. No, it still says space near Kerbal. I need space far. Hmm. Dude, it's so true though, John. Like, I love it when you like try to figure out how much, like the exact amount of thrusters to add before you have to add another fuel tank, and it does get a little annoying when you're like trying to fiddle with how much fuel you're bringing with you. This is space near Kerbal still. Okay. We could get a pretty good report, but not enough to justify it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back around. We're gonna burn a little bit more at Periapsis, and we'll try to get to 250. But I need to have enough. We'll do 300. We need to have enough to get back. No, I didn't. I forgot. High space. There we go. There we go, boys. Oh, so good. You want to take your helmet off? Okay. Now we'll hit retrograde. Just enough to hit atmosphere on the way back in. We got high space. So, give me 1 second, guys. My dog wants into the bedroom. Okay. That's what makes you go all the way up. So 58, I should hit atmosphere and start breaking a little bit, but not enough to cause, the heat death of the universe. Also, Andrew, I don't know if if you've been here when I did this. I got a dog camera because my dog's got a dog bed like right under my desk, and so I got a camera that looks straight down on it, so that like if my dog's hanging out with me, she can be on the screen. And since then, she has refused to hang out with me, and I think it's because she doesn't like to be monitored. She's big into privacy. We're just gonna burn our fuel doing some sick flips and whatnots. Yeah. See, she doesn't want to do it. She's an anti-surveillance advocate, you know? You know dogs. They all believe 1984 is going to come true, and you gotta watch out for the government. What are we doing here? F5 for science. I love every time it says focus, it's like science. Okay, we will hit atmosphere, and we can use our little bit of remaining fuel to slow down a tiny bit, but we're going to mainly rely on the heat shields and spinning. John, don't make me find a Kerbal named John and leave him on the moon. I'll do it. I'm vindictive. Dude, it's so cool how they're like symmetrical. Okay, how's our ablation? We got 200. Should be fine. We're just going to go until we hit atmosphere, and then we're not going to warp until we slow down. I'll leave that on because I don't have anything to charge my batteries with. Leaving him on dress. Just the worst place. I'll leave him on Eve. That's the worst. Tactical spinning. Poor Jeb. Tactical spin. This heat shield's doing work, man. Also, look how fast it's drilling straight through the heavens. I don't know why the stupid rolling trick works, but it sure does. Although one time I think I started coming in the atmosphere at like 5,000 meters a second. On like a, you know, last ditch effort to get back from Minmus or something. And it didn't help then. Nothing helped. Not many actually. He's looking, what, like 5, 6 probably? Sad that we're in nighttime. Looks like we're gonna have an ocean landing. I remember before they added heat to the game, we went from being very good at playing the game to very bad because we had to now account for heat stress and not just like, or heat damage instead of just regular stress. And so like we had to change all of our ships and shit because none of them were set up to actually re-enter the atmosphere in a good way. All of them were basically made to catch atmosphere as fast as possible and slow you down, which does not work well when heat is involved. Okay, well, got it set to ocean level. And falling at a pretty slow pace. What happened with like are you talking about that they abandoned it, or has something happened since then? I've got a dog. I'm not gone, I'm just petting my dog. Dog. Well, dog butt. Close enough. Leela's a good dog. She's not a good dog anymore. She's let me down. Man, this is gonna take forever. Yeah, they just abandoned it, man. It's dead. Everyone was mad about it. And I believe they refused to sell the IP. Somebody offered to buy it for like, I want to say like $1 million, which is better than nothing. Night Cardi, thanks for stopping by, man. Okay, we'll go ahead and let it go in for the last tumble. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I know the people who made the original, were like really big into science and stuff. And so they did it mainly for like the love of the game, and just kind of were, they became millionaires after the fact because it was so popular for a while. And then they tried to do the sequel and didn't work. So yeah, I want to say somebody tried to buy the IP and I can't remember. Oh, is it a one person game? I thought it was like a team of 4 or 5. Light strip, larger foldable voltaics, rechargeables. So we could get this and be able to start doing satellites. Don't need that yet. That's the good one. Oh, okay. Isn't it kind of crazy how many games are made by one person? It's almost like Andrew should go make a game right now about the Loch Ness Monster. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Let's see. We don't need this. I do love the external fuel because it lets you do stacked engines. The Might. That would give me the Pollux, which is a pretty good one. That would give me the kickback. Okay, how much we got left? 50? Let's go ahead and grab these parts. Well, do we even need them? That cockpit's kind of fun. It is way more fun to watch out of. I don't think so, John. I think that if you pitched it to Microsoft, I bet they would put it on Game Pass. It's kind of in the same vein as Flight Simulator. It's one of those games that looks really good if you publish it because it's so educational. Honestly, kind of like Minecraft was, where it like allowed kids to learn spatial reasoning and stuff. What do you guys think? Do we need the aviation one, or should I just skip it? Yeah, I did a full orbit. Oh, I was just saying Microsoft it would be something that they would likely do to show off how good they are with education. Guess we'll start making a run at the mun, or actually we'll do satellites. We need to do satellites. So we'll save. New. Relay. Oh, shit. Boom, 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 boom. It's not letting me type. What the hell is going on? I can't type in caps. I don't know. It's. I want to get 2 or 3 satellites in orbit. Nothing too crazy. We've got basic foldable panels and batteries and stuff now. Yeah, just like 3 or 4 smaller satellites in orbit. Do I want to use a Sputnik base? No, I don't. I don't want to use a Sputnik base. Tell me about that game, Andrew. I didn't get a chance to look at it when you mentioned it earlier. John, were you saying no to my design or to Tasty's suggestion? That was a hell of a suggestion, by the way. This way, even if I forget to put out my panels, it'll still work. Which I've done way too many times. Okay, what do we got for antennas? No to Tasty. Oh, that's cool. Is there any benefit to having more than one antenna? Hey. In real life, they'd put a shitload of solar panels on this thing. Communicatron. Let's see. This one's got way better bandwidth. I could do that. That would kind of shield it. Yeah, but as long as I give it a huge battery, it'll be able to transmit for a long period of time, right? Isn't that kind of the nice thing about it? Yeah, so like we'll do a couple of these little guys just so we can maintain, like if we send a probe somewhere. Hey Joel. We'll put up a couple of these guys just to maintain control of like any probes we send out. And then what we'll have to do is we'll have to send up, once we get the next to the dish, the relay dish, we'll have to send those up to, you know, actually help with our science and stuff. Okay, we don't have shrouds, I don't think. We don't need heat sinks. Probably cap this thing. Will that do anything to this? Joel always needs a big intro, or a big entrance. That's how he rolls. I get this, like... The real question is, who's gonna play Space Marine with me when I get it, at the end of the month? Because I'm gonna need, like, a group of people to help me fight heresy. I think we're good to go. This is gonna be the whole satellite. This is stupid, but I kinda like it. Whoa. Nope. This thing? This should, I mean, technically, like, this should make the air go around it. Is this gonna work? Hold on. This is just a test. Please don't crucify me. I just want to make sure that when I decouple, it's not going to blow up the antenna. / that it's going to take off. But this is a lot of thrust for a very little thing. Looks good. Yeah, you're right. I just wish I had a shroud, but they're so far down the tech tree that I won't have one. I don't know, man. I like to test it a little bit at a time so I don't waste a bunch of time. Yeah. Will I be able to blow it away, though? I'm sorry, Andrew. This little guy's not going to do much, but he doesn't need to. He's mainly going to be for once we get into orbit. Oh, I can eject my satellite out of the fuselage? What? Oh. Phew. Come on, man. Do I look like I know what I'm doing enough to do that yet? Jeez. That's some advanced chicanery right there. I could use service bays. And then just basically have the solar panels come out of the service bay sides. That might work. I kind of want to just like put a bunch of solid rocket boosters on there and just send it. Oh, we can totally Star Wars this bitch. Hold on. What's the most ridiculous thing we can do? Hold on. I don't think this is going to work, but it's going to be hilarious. CubeSats. Okay. Let's see. These need to be on separate ones. And this needs to be... Okay, and then we want to do some other chicanery. Okay, this is not gonna work. But it should fail spectacularly. We're gonna make them aerodynamic, sorry. Okay, so that, to the one. Little guys. Okay. Action group 1, solar panels and antenna. Whalers on a moon. The idea, the only thing I didn't like about Futurama, and hear me out. How did they lose all of the evidence of what happened in the 20th century? I know the second coming of Jesus destroyed all VHSs, but come on. They lost everything? No one's flying it, Tasty. That's why this is so safe. In space, no one can hear you scream. It's gonna go fast. It's not gonna go fast. I'm not doing anything, by the way. This is all it. All it. I think I just made a weapon, guys. Is it only doing this because I didn't put like an antenna on it or something? Or does it just not have like true SAS? Oof. We're falling at an accelerated rate. Okay, so I need to try maybe the different. Maybe I should have used Sputnik. Well, this will kind of let us see the fuel capabilities of our ship. I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse. Thing really doesn't want to. Can't look at chat. Don't say anything mean. Okay, that's what it is. Damn. Sputnik's worse. Okay. Well, that's fine. This is going surprisingly well. We might actually get in orbit. It won't be good, but it'll be enough to give us some sort of, you know, hold on. There we go. Solar panels are out. Antennas raised. Okay. Hey, John. Technically, I think we'll be fine. Maybe. It's not how big of the orbit you have, it's how you use it. Jeez. I think you'd know that. This thing's actually really fuel efficient. It's actually, I mean, the probe itself is very, very light. So that's good. Also, I do want to point out that the world's lowest orbit is still in orbit. Also, it's not like we have good antennas. You know, we're not working with high quality technology here. Okay. Darn it. Maybe, yeah. Oh, this is Apogee. Hold on. Retrograde. Honestly, like, yeah, that's true. Let's face it, that's not that bad, right? First attempt, and we had like a massive failure halfway through. Oh, damn it, we're in the dark. I just want to see what it looks like. That thing really went. Okay, I knew about X. I guess I don't use max fuel or max speed very often. That's not bad, right? I mean, it could be a whole lot worse. Got enough power? See, now I know that you're just being grumpy, okay? Why are you being so grumpy, John? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? I'll send Joel over and he can give you a hug. Let's see. Okay, so what failed? Yeah, I don't like that either. But technically everything kind of orientates towards the probe. So like, I don't think, would there be a way to get it to decouple? Oh no, I'm not really mad. I'm just giving you a hard time, like I said earlier. Oh, Joel's after you now. Okay, so what failed, aside from everything? Staging. Yep. Four. Turn around the decoupler. Okay. So I'm guessing whichever way the arrow points is the way it'll stick to whatever the basically the base of the pyramid is. We'll use these to go straight up. We'll try to use these to go straight north. Okay. See, that makes sense. Let's see, we'll use these to go, this one would go straight north and then this one to equal out. Let's see if the fins will help. Because we were still in atmosphere when we messed up the first time. I will. This one and this one. Oh, so they take off at the same time. Gotcha. You're right. The dead time when I lose velocity and might change direction is probably the issue. I can't believe this thing works as well as it does. It looks so dumb. But that's the fun of Kerbal. You just gotta remember, you can't have a rounded top of a missile. It doesn't look very threatening. You want to have pointy ones, or your enemies aren't going to take you seriously. Didn't work. It turned. Hold on. We need to let it totally run out, and they need to go straight down so we dodge our central rocket. Yeah. Good. Good. You know what I'm never gonna do? I'm never gonna do docking. I've decided. I never want to do docking. I hate it. Okay. Straight up. Immediately take over. What? Any idea what happened there? Operation Unintentional Weapon. Or Accidental Weapon. Okay, these have nice vectoring on them. At least. Dude, can you imagine how like much damage something like this could do if if it accidentally landed with like half of its fuel? Okay, warp to here. Just a little bit. I'm gonna try to fix it so we're actually going true north. I'll have to overshoot it a little bit. Be able to that way. I do want to keep it normal or like above, so that we're still going up a little bit. Dude, it would be bad, man. Plus, it's got all those lithium-ion batteries on it. I mean, that thing could do some damage. Okay. Since we're out of atmosphere, I'm going to go ahead and do that so we don't accidentally run out of energy. And now we will try to just orbit. Yeah, this way, no matter where we are in the local system, like Earth, Moon, Minmus, we should still be able to get some sort of satellite link. So we should be able to use probes. $50, $60, $70. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit because we got enough fuel. It's so dope. Why was science so much cooler back then? It works so much better when half of our stuff doesn't explode halfway through it. Okay, flipping around again. Shit, this thing might get to the mun. That looks good. Is there a reason to go further than that, you think? Or should I just park it in orbit here? Or would you go to like out here? And that was 8 million? Okay. Damn, Tasty, I almost did that on accident. That's pretty cool. 8864. That'll give me good coverage pretty much everywhere around here until we get much better, until we get better. 8864. Hey John, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate the banter, by the way. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do 8867. I'm sorry. Okay. And it's almost straight vertical too. That's so awesome. It worked out about as well as we wanted it to. Okay, let's check out our separation mechanisms. That worked out great. Man, my confidence is so much higher now that John's gone. We should talk shit on him. Problem is, at this orbit, I can't even see the fucking Kerbal. So it would be there. Haha. Cool. Well, I think that might be the best place for us to end. So, anybody new to the channel, I really do appreciate you checking out. What we're gonna do, do we want to stop? Actually, no, hold on. Nope, I got an idea. Nope, can't do it. I still got like the I gotta do it. We're going for Mun. Okay, guys. Thank you, Redbeard. I appreciate that. Oh, that's our rocket from Mun and back. God, this thing's ugly. These get us out of the atmosphere. So what I'm going to try to do... Where's my separators for that? Oh. Trade those out. We have two. You don't... Technically, if you're going to do all manned, you don't have to have any. They're just for, like... So let's say you want to do multiple areas of science all at once. That's when you would want it. So, like, if you wanted to visit multiple different parts of the Mun and relay your science, you don't have to have it. But you can only store a certain amount of data in your rocket ship, and so it's not necessary to have satellites, but it helps if you want to be more efficient. That was a very roundabout way of saying that, sorry. Yes, if I want to run, so like it's later on, it's good to have like a probe in orbit of each celestial body, because there are some ways of getting like constant science, like a low amount of constant science, and slash, you know, it's just kind of a cool achievement, and the only way you can maintain contact is if you have a large network of satellites. These need to be on their own. Separator. Yeah, you don't really need them if you're gonna do mainly manned stuff. I don't know. It just feels really cool to make a bunch of satellites that like relay stuff, and it makes like you can see like a grid, like the satellite grid, and it's a really cool thing to like kind of watch it move around and watch your data. Your data will like bounce off of different satellites depending on where you're at. Okay. Oh yeah, there's some crazy like distance ones. Is it still fuzzy? It could be just the sound of the rockets messing up my encoder. Did that fix anything? I messed with the cord for my... Let's see. Is it still coming through? Yeah, I don't have the most professional setup, Tasty, and so sometimes I do get some pretty bad issues. And so, okay, okay. I went and messed with the connection. Yeah, the mic I use is USB-C and the connection's not perfect. Okay. Only when game sounds happen. Hold on one second. Check out the 3D printed. I'm gonna look at some chess pieces and I think print one out for my brother. I need a new headset. Mine's kind of messed up. I also don't need it. I don't think this engine is strong enough on its own to get us to orbit without using like all of our fuel. Yeah, I do 3D printing. I do resin, but dude, I want one of those. I'd love to have an FDM printer. My goal is to, in the short term, I'd like to kind of split my channel between gaming content half the week and 3D printing the other half. I also do painting and stuff. I'm telling Kate you said that, Andrew. Well, if you ever have any questions, Stacy, just hit me up. I like talking about it, so. Shit, hold on. I gotta get up a little bit more. Okay, that should work. Yeah, dude, from everything I've seen, those Bamboo Lab ones are really good. They're pretty expensive though, right? I'm just kidding you, Andrew. I'm not gonna rat you out. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have the fuel. Oh, damn. I didn't know that they were that cheap. Oh, 2 degrees off, that's pretty good. I know a lot of people buy theirs second hand. Not perfect, but we'll get the science. I use a Elegoo Saturn 3, or no. Yes. Jupiter? No. Fuck, all their stuff sounds the same. I use the medium-sized printer. Wait, did I lose? We're not gonna touch? We're not gonna touch tips? There we go. Oh, that's what it was trying to say. No, I don't use a Mars. Mars is the smallest one. I have a Mars 3. I need to sell it to buy like a better mic and a green screen. They have a Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter, and I can't remember which one's which. Okay, let me see if this counts as being in orbit around the moon. Nice. That'll be a buttload of science. You see how stoked Jeb is? So stoked. When we moved, Andrew, we had a little bit of money left over, and my wife let me get a slightly larger printer. Because I was having the issue of like pretty much constantly being annoyed by the size of the bed. Yeah. So I hit up and got the next size up, and it was like a newer model too at the time when I bought it. We're gonna be coming in real hot. What up, Nick? We are just about done, but you can watch the VOD after it's after we're done. We've done in the last 2.5 hours, we have, this is a science playthrough. We've done a two satellite network, and we just did high orbit over the Mun. Going pretty well, really. And now I'm just trying to get back. I should have done it so that we were in the atmosphere. Oh, we'll have enough fuel. We'll be fine. Oh, honestly, it's going pretty freaking well. How do I turn on the satellites? I want to see. Yeah, see, look. See, Andrew, you can see where it links to. Currently, they're all terrestrial, but like if we were out here, it would connect to this one and then relay over to here. Okay, just to make sure, I'm going to go out here. And we are going to get below, I want to go about 50 if we can manage it. Just so I know we're going to hit atmosphere and get break no matter what. Yeah, it was pretty good, you know. We had our ups and downs. We failed several times to land on the North Pole. Because I forgot. No, I didn't have enough fuel to land and get back. And so I got, basically, if you get into an intercept orbit with the MUN, it'll give you credit for being in high orbit over it, basically. And so we got a buttload of science. And now I'm just slowing down. So even if I can't get it so that we'll be ground level, no matter what, we're going to bounce off the atmosphere and it'll slow us down every time we go around. Although Jeb's probably out of snacks. And ditch this canister. Okay. Might as well turn on our lights. Turn our solar panel to the sun here. Hey, we're actually making power back. Look at that. Oh, never mind. Okay, I kind of want to see this drop in. It is. So we're good. We're doing good. Gotta be careful. I don't want to hit the atmosphere too fucking hard going warp. Gotta do my jutsu, do some spins to bleed off the extra heat. Everyone knows that spinning helps everything. Stop heating up, you coward. They would have, yeah. I was mainly worried that they would fail and run into my command capsule and kill him. If that makes sense. Also, who needs drag when you can spin this fast? Look at that shit. I'm not even in warp. I can't stop now. Yeah, but that's not as cool. Also, I've had some catastrophic shit happen when I try that. Although, I think at worst, we're just going to lose a leg or something. Something's really hot and I don't know what it is. Not the legs, though. It's something in the middle. We got to cool it off by spinning. This is the stupidest shit. Look at my oh, you can't see it because the camera's in the way, but my fucking pitch yaw roller is just going nuts. I guess the roll's fine because I'm not technically rolling, but my yaw and pitch are just going nuts. I got bad news, guys. We're still heating up even though we're rolling. He's fine. He went through 5 weeks of school for this, okay? And 50 hours straight in the high G simulator because he fell asleep and no one went and got him. Fell asleep is the polite term for blacked out. The fuck? It doesn't like what I'm doing. We aren't really slowing down, are we? Yeah, look how stoked he is. Do you think they clone him? Or do you think that, like, half of all Kerbals are just named Jeb? How fast can we go? So fast it's breaking the physics. We gotta stop. So in this game, the way they coded it, it doesn't do fast rolling very well, and sometimes if you roll too hard, it'll split your thing apart. I don't know if you noticed, but like my landers were getting further and further away from my heat ablator. How's that doing, by the way? Oh, we're still good. I think we're gonna make it though. Not gonna be fast. We're probably gonna land in the Kerbal version of like the Indian Sea or something. Dude, these graphics are next gen, man. Look at that fire. It's so perfect. You know, Skyrim could learn a thing or two about this. I think we're just about done the atmosphere. That was a long burn though. That was a long burn in the atmosphere. Nope, still burning. Still burning. Okay, there we go. You're fine, man. We're just, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up landing. We're gonna figure out how much science we ended up getting, and then buy some stuff and be done for the night. I generally, so I stream from 9 Central to midnight most nights, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. And then if I'm not doing anything on Tuesday and Thursday, sometimes those. Generally Saturday night's the only night I don't stream. If you know, like, I generally try to reserve that for other things. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out some mods. Hopefully they don't ruin our save. But yeah, so right now what we're doing, every other stream is going to be this or Star Trucker, which is a very if I've had a bad day, it'll be Star Trucker. If I haven't, it'll be this. And then that's like a relaxing truck simulator where you drive a spaceship. That also just looks like a 1980s truck. And then the other streams will be Fallout London or Skyrim, which are like, Fallout London is a highly modded version of Fallout 4, set in London. It's really good. It's also free if you have Fallout 4. And then my Skyrim run is called Tempest Maledictum. It's got like 1,300 and something mods. So it's one of those ones where it's like been totally overhauled. Aside from that, I might be playing some Left 4 Dead with another YouTuber named I'm Tired at some point. And then at the end of the month, we're going to pick up Space Marine 2 because that's when I get the humble discount for it. So yeah. I appreciate all you guys stopping by, and you know, drop a like if you liked it, sub if you want to hang out some more, and I try to be real regular with my streams. So, and if I do get on a night that I normally don't, I never play a game of consequence, so I'll play something that's pretty open-ended. You know, just stuff like that. Okay, we over water? Nope, we're over ground. Well, that's a big difference. Warp is off. What if when you join the Kerbal like Space Corps, they just rename half of all entrants, Jeb? What is that? Yeah, it's definitely getting late here too, Redbeard. This is like, I got 2 little kids, so this is like the only time I can really do this, and I've always wanted to do streaming. And so I'm just really trying to do like a set schedule of 2 or 3 hours, 4 nights a week. That's all I can do, and it seems to be doing okay. You know, I at least have Joe and Andrew. I do have to blackmail Andrew into getting to watch my streams, though. All the males are named Jeb. At the age of 18, you receive your new name, and 50% of the time it's Jeb. Okay. Warp is off. We've got landing lights. We'll turn those off for a second because we don't have any solar right now. The nice thing about landing lights is that you can see when you're about to crash. I appreciate that. I am getting pretty close to like being able to monetize. It's kind of nuts. Never really thought that was going to happen. I'll be able to sell out. Look at that, boys. We landed. How much science we get? Don't you freeze on me, you son of a bitch. Don't you do it. 274. Nice. And he's ready for his next assignment. Okay. So we could do like advanced electronics if we get a little bit more, but I don't think that might not be the best idea. Yeah, I think it's mainly just solar stuff. Yeah. This would give us the relays. It would give us a new it gives us the magnetometer, and the seismic accelerator. Adapters. This is for Kerbal stuff. That's what I was thinking. Fuel. Yeah, I'd say these like fairly large engines. I won't have any fuel for them. Where's the tanks for them? I guess it's here. Yeah, we've got enough that we can get 3 in this tier. Should I get the plane parts? I'm thinking no. Although these parts are really cool because they let you do like actual Star Trek looking stuff. I could just get it later. Advanced construction. Nose cones. Tricouplers. Better radial decoupler. Don't know how to use the hinge. Do these toggle on and off like a satellite, or not like satellite, like a solar panel? Okay, let's get this one and this one. We needed larger tanks and engines anyway. We have enough to get landing tanks and engines. Oh yeah, for the better struts. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Better heat shields and landing gears. Or I could get true SAS. I'm kind of thinking this, dude. Because then I could also get some RCS. We'll do this one now, and we'll get landing stuff next. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I need all the help I can get. And the stability this thing gives is kind of nuts. And we do have solar panels now, so we can use it. So, cool. Awesome. This was very productive. Let me save real quick. I know, right? Well, guys, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'll be on Friday night, 9 Central, and we'll be playing Fallout London. If you're not interested in that, that's fine. On Sunday, we'll pick up more Kerbal. So yeah, I appreciate you all. I really do. Thanks, guys. If there's anything you want, like if you want any, if you have any like suggested mods or anything, Tasty, especially you, because you've been telling me about all. When the mod when this video becomes a VOD, you can add comments to it, and you can just comment which mods you want, and I'll look into them. Okay. See you guys. It's been a pleasure.